Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come alive. Oh, damn. The Scruffy Squad have got me doing a challenge, and I stupidly said I would do it. Let's find out. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the very silly Scruffy Trader. Because yesterday I did a little challenge on the DAX, just because the guys were kind of goading me into it on the Discord group. And this morning they've done it again. And because it's kind of Fun Friday and I wasn't going to do a lot, I've kind of agreed to it. Of sorts. I often show them what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. And sometimes they still get it wrong, because trading is more about up here than what's on the charts. It's not panicking when things go wrong, or when things go right, not getting overexcited and cutting things short, all that sort of thing. And that's where a lot of traders fail. So yeah, I'm a great believer you can trade any chart, any time, any day. Whether the trade comes into play when you sit down to do it is a different kettle of fish. But what you should be able to do is read the conditions and understand roughly where you're going to get in and where you're going to get out, and then have the patience to wait for that idea to materialize. Now, some markets are a lot faster than others. The DAX, for argument's sake, will give you a trade pretty much 3 or 4 times a day. Cable, 2 or 3 times a day. Euro dollar at least once a day. Some of the obscure ones that are quite slow moving, you can still look at it on the day, but you might think, well, that mightn't be coming into play till tomorrow. So you are still technically trading it any day. You're just making your idea up on a Monday, but your position mightn't open until Tuesday. Why? Because you're looking at a 4-hour chart. It takes time to play out. So these are some of the conversations we have amongst other odd ones. So let me pull up my chart and I'll kind of show you the odd conversations that we have. Now, where are we at? Just pull that over here. Put that up there. This morning, I did videos to why and how I place stops. Because if you see the video yesterday, I had a deep stop, but there was a reason as to why it was deep. It was against a falling knife, and it paid off for me. But it's no different than what I always do. But there was a structure behind what I did, and I explained here this morning. And surprise, surprise, big balls opened his gob. Big ball energy. That's him, by the way. Finny, our resident transvestite.
Matron, take them away. Oh.
Yes, I know it's not politically correct, but if you see some of the pictures of some of his nights out, we will know that. In your face, big balls. He winds me up like there's no tomorrow, so it's only fair that I get my own back.
If you can take a little bloody nose, maybe you ought to go back home and crawl under your bed.
And he decided that he should have a little bit of a challenge. Because I've got a lot of time for the guys here, and certainly Finn. They all support me, so I do my best to support them. And it's not a case of sort of teachers, students or anything like that. It's just a bunch of guys having shared learning and enjoying what we do, you know. And we do, because you should enjoy your job. And you'll hear me say that over and over, because I love my job. And as you can see through this, we have a bit of a jolly sing-song. And we do get serious, by the way, guys. We do talk properly. And if you're interested in this, there's a full library of videos, etc., that are not available to the public. Reason being, it's to enhance what these guys are sort of supporting. So that's what that is, and there's everything in there from strategies to trade ideas, you name it. Anyway, I digress. A little bit of self-promotion there. I don't like trading on a Friday, and this lot know that. There's a reason why I don't like trading on Friday. It is very unpredictable, and you can easily get caught out and end up holding a trade across a weekend when you don't want to, which is one of the reasons why. However, they goaded me into having a little bit of a challenge, as you can see. It was down to the DAX and cable. I am letting these guys pick the market, and eventually it's come down and Chris has chipped in. Little salute to you, my friend. Cable. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at cable and I'm going to try and get 10 pips out of it. Now, I'm not going to go mental. I'm just going to keep it really simple and wait for the right time. So sometime today, I'm going to leave this camera running. So I'm not even going to switch it off when I'm pausing it to come back. I am going to leave it on one camera shot so you can see what is going on all the time. The orders going in, everything from time to completion. Now, what can we take from what we're looking at the moment? So if I just pull this back, this is an hour's chart. Well, we can see it's pushing down, which can't deny that. I mean, if you draw a little trend line on, just sort of up there and through, it's kind of breached the trend, as you can see, and it's on the other side. So can you assume from just that line that this is moving up to the upside? Well, I believe you can. I think this is actually moving up today. Or I'll put it another way. I'll be going long on this today. Now let's just take this out slightly. It's dropped colossally. It's moved up. It's had a strong push down. It's had a push up. It's moved down, but it hasn't made a new low. But what it is doing, it's showing signs of moving up. Now, this has been selling off quite aggressively, and now it's that way. So you can put a line going that way to see. So I think where we are, that's 83. There's roughly about 10 pips into this black line. You know, if I just move this out to the daily, just so you can get a bigger grasp as to why this may be looking to the upside. There is the drive up. It's come down, and as it's come down, you can see it's stalled here. It hasn't breached this. Long tails to the bottom. That looks like it's moving up, and if this is going to sort of continue on its journey up, it's there and there possibly today, and then through next week move up. But what we are interested in is the here and now. Now it is 10 to 9. So what I want to do is kind of wait for the 9 o'clock. I just want to see what happens. I'm going to see if that'll come down slightly. And if it does, then we'll look to start getting in. But the idea of the challenge is I'm just going to put a fiver on, and I'm looking for 10 pips. And if I can do that, get 50 quid, happy days. And if this happens, boys and girls, you lot open your mouth. If I win, you lot buy me a Star Wars figure. Fair? Because it's my money I'm putting on the line here, and you lot ask for it. Right. I'll just let it run. It's not ready yet. But when it is, I'll drop an order in. We'll get with 10 pips, and we'll take it from there. Okay guys, looks like we're getting ready to pop. Put a few boundaries in as to what I want to work to, and let's have a little look, see what we've got in store. Okay, so I'm looking for 10 pips. We are coming up to the top of the hour, so I'm going to put it there for 10, which gets me into the top of there. That's it. Right, orders in. I want to get in anywhere between these two lines, these ones here. The further into it, the easier this will become. That is the trend showing it's broke, and that is a trend showing the direction. So I can kind of get rid of that. That's from the hourly. And this here is, it's just a boundary to work within. I know if I can enter somewhere between these two lines and I can get it to touch that red, then I'm in with a chance of 10 pips. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edge that in ever so slightly. Why? It's just so the spread is there. So if it goes up and retests this, it's got a good opportunity to hit my 10 pips. Now I've already sort of told the guys, just so that this is fair, what I am doing. Let's have a look. There we are, just so that you can see way before, so just before 9, it's now 10 o'clock. I told them it's 10 pips and it'll be long. Okay, and obviously we have our little bit of fun and our weekly ritual of humiliating big balls. Sorry fella. Right, I'm going to move that in to the bottom of there and leave it. Okay, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to trail the price down, and kind of it. So let me play this out and see if we win. Oh. And that was that, guys. Job done. A little bit of patience and it's paid off. So what did I do? I sat and I waited to come and tag a zone, just down here. Had an entry point, which was here. And as long as I got in between these two lines, I had enough room up there to hit my target. Now, in order to make that target a little bit easier, I followed the price down. Simple stuff. And as we can see, it is just closed out for 10 pips as per the challenge. That is there. So an hour's work, 50 quid. Happy days. So let's see if the boys are going to be happy. I'll be interested in their comments today, because I will be goading them all afternoon. Well, why not? It's Friday. Let's enjoy ourselves. And I do implore you to enjoy yourselves. Life is so horrible at times, and certain people become horrible. Even Winky's shop. The attitudes of people now, and I genuinely think it's down to the lockdown and everything, is of one of hostility. Why? Surely this is a time we should be pulling together, not pulling apart. And for those that are hostile and one thing and another, she's had some horrendous messages this morning just simply because the shop's shut this week. Why? It's a bag of sweets. Get a grip. There's a co-op down the street. Go get your wine gums in there. Don't send her horrible messages just because we're having a week off. And I'll never get it. I never will. But hey ho, that is the world over. So the moral of the story today is just be good to each other. And if you're good to each other, you're in a good mood. And when you're in a good mood, you can look at things more clearly. And that is exactly what's happened on the charts today. Got up this morning, you know, went and got our breakfast from the local cafe. We had a wonderful time this morning. Even so, as she tiddled off to see Grandad, that always makes our day. It puts us in a good mood. Have a jolly time with the guys on the Discord group, which is why you see a lot of jokey stuff about there, because you have to enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, you want to do it. And if you want to do it, you're interested in it. And if you're interested in it, you can succeed at it. Simple stuff. So there we go. Job done. I haven't got Darth Vader on the original set, guys. It's a running joke. I lost my entire Star Wars collection years ago, and I've started building them up because I'm a little child. Oh dear, oh dear. There you go. No, you don't need to. It's just me being silly. But you know what to do. Just because you're silly doesn't mean to say you can't succeed. So we'll leave it there. Have a great weekend. Trade well. Keep the risk managed. But above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all on the next one.